Last year, more than half of working-age Canadians saved nothing for retirement. And right now, the national saving average is sitting below 4%. Before you tell yourself that's a willpower problem or that the people pulling ahead just earn more than you do, stay with me. Because the ones who quietly get ahead in the country are not more disciplined than you are. They just pay themselves in a different order. And it's an order you can copy this week. I'm Toying, a CPA and MBA with years of real client work behind me. I'm glad you're here. Everything here is general financial education, not advice tailored specific to your situation. I don't recommend specific investments, funds, or securities, and nothing in this video is a suggestion to buy or sell anything. If you want guidance built around your own numbers, your debt, your taxes, your plan, work with a qualified professional who knows your full picture. On those topics, that can be me. Otherwise, take what's useful here, check it against your circumstances, and make the call that's right for you. Here's what you're getting in the next 10 minutes. The full plan, 3 buckets set up so your money sorts itself the day you get paid. The math behind one bucket that actually builds wealth, and the exact transfers that run the whole thing so you never have to think about it again. If that's useful to you already, a quick like really does help this reach the next person who needs it. And if you do, thank you. Let me tell you why the budget isn't working and why it's not your fault. For years, we've all been told the same thing. Track every dollar, label every expense, feel a little bad about the latter. And budgeting is fine. It has its place. But a budget is defense. It protects what you've got. On its own, it has never made anyone wealthy. There are 2 reasons it leaves you stuck. First, it runs on willpower, and willpower is not a renewable resource. You have one rough week, the car makes a noise, a kid gets sick, and the spreadsheet is the first thing to go. Second, a budget pays you last. You cover the bills, you live your life, and you save whatever's left. And for most of us, whatever's left is nothing. You're not bad with money. You've just been handed a system that puts you at the back of your own line. Here's the flip. Building wealth is a system, and the system just changes the order you pay in. 3 buckets. The day your pay lands, it splits automatically. Before you can touch it, bucket 1 covers your needs. Bucket 2 pays your future self. And bucket 3 is everything left over, yours to spend. No guilt at all. You stop hoping there's something left at the end of the month and you start deciding it on purpose at the start of the month. That's the whole idea. The discipline isn't in your willpower, it's in the setup. You do it once and the system carries it from there. If that's clicking for you, subscribe so the next one finds you too. Bucket 1 is your needs, and I mean needs, not wants. This is your survival list. Rent or mortgage, hydro and heat, insurance, the minimum payments on your loans. Real groceries, the kind you actually cook. Getting to work. Be honest with yourself here because this is where it slips. Take out 3 nights a week is not a need. 4 streaming services, not a need. Needs are the things that keep the roof on and the lights on. That's it. Add those up. Say it comes to about $3,500 a month. That number becomes your target and you send exactly that into its own account, a separate bill paying account every payday. Every fixed bill comes out of that one account and nowhere else. Once you've walled your bills off like that, a surprise bill can't reach in and wreck your savings. The money's already sitting there waiting for its one job. Bucket 2 is the one that builds the wealth. So this is the one to get right. This is where you pay yourself first. And paying yourself first means investing the money, not just packing it in the savings account. Because savings alone barely keeps up with inflation. And aim for 15 to 25% of your income if you can get there. If you can't yet, start smaller. Starting matters more than the number. And this isn't a motivational slogan, it is tested. Researchers set people up to save automatically, and their savings rate climbed from about 3.5% to over 13%. And most of them never switched it off. The autopilot did the work, not heroics. Here's the order most Canadians do well to follow. First, any match your employer offers, a group RRSP or a pension match, take it. That is the closest thing to free money you will ever see, and turning it down is turning down a raise. Just check the vesting so you know when it's fully yours. After that, an FHSA if you're saving for a first home. Then your TFSA where the growth comes out tax-free. Then RRSP for the deduction. You can hold all of it at a robo-advisor like Wealthsimple or a brokerage like Questrade, and a few broad index ETFs. I'm naming those as examples of the type, not telling you which one to pick. Let me show you why bucket 2 matters this much. $300 a month, invested at a steady 6%, left alone for 30 years, grows to about $300,000. You put in 108,000 of that. The rest, almost 200,000, is growth, money you've never lifted a finger for. Even $100 a month gets you near $100,000. And if you can feed it $1,500 a month on the same math, you're looking at around $1.5 million. Same engine, more fuel. The amount can feel small today. The result 30 years out is not small. And just so we're clear, those are illustrations at an assumed rate, not a promise. Your real number depends on your return and your timeline. One honest catch before you set this up. Canadians owe about $1.80 for every dollar we earn. So if you're carrying a high interest balance, a credit card, a line of credit, bucket 2 has a different job first. You point it at that debt. Paying off high interest debt is a guaranteed return with zero risk, and that beats just about anything the market will hand you. Same setup, the money just goes to the debt first. What you don't do is let the debt become your reason for automating nothing. Bucket 3 is the best one, and it's the reason this plan survives real life. Whatever is left after your needs and your future self are funded, that's yours. Fully yours, no guilt. You want the nice dinner? Go. Been eyeing those shoes? Get them. Saving up for a trip? This is the money for it. And here's why this part matters so much. Strict, punishing budgets fail because people burn out. We're human. We need room for the things that make life good. With this bucket, you can catch fun with that money and never feel bad because the important slice already left your account. No tracking, no categories. If there's money in there, spend it. If it's empty, you wait for the next payday. That's the whole rule. Let me make this real with actual numbers. Say you take home $3,000 twice a month. The day it lands, here's what happens, all on autopilot. One transfer sends $1,750 over to your bill paying account. That covers your half of the monthly needs. A second transfer sends $750, a quarter of your pay into investing. Maybe $300 of that goes to your FHSA, $450 to your TFSA. And what's left in your account, $500, that's your guilt-free money until the next payday. You set those two transfers up one time. You date them for payday, and from then on, the plan runs without you. The system decides, and you get on with your life. Here's where I'll plant my flag. The people who retire comfortably in this country mostly weren't more disciplined than you. They had a slice taken off the top automatically, usually a pension, before they ever saw the money. That's the real difference. Not greed, order. If no employer ever set that up for you, that bugs me. Maybe it bugs me because helping people with exactly this is how I make my living. But here's the part that should lift you. That machine isn't a secret, and nobody's guarding the door. You can build your own pension this week. 3 buckets set once, nobody's permission required. If you want one calm, no hype idea like this in your inbox every Sunday, that's the Sunday Money Letter. Go to cpamoneymentor.com/money letter or just click the link in the description. It's free, about 5 minutes, one idea a week. Remember those people who saved nothing last year? Most of them weren't lazy. They were waiting to feel ready, waiting for the raise, the bonus, the someday when there'd be enough left over. The buckets don't wait for ready. You can set them up tonight with whatever you've got. And if the thing standing between you and that second bucket is debt, I made a full video on whether to clear the debt first or start investing. That's the one to watch next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.